Do you feel useless at times? I do feel so a lot. There are days when I'll be working so hard but never achieve something productive. If you are feeling something like that, if you often feel something like that, then this video is right for you. Hi there everyone, I'm Jayant and welcome to another episode of my Uncut Marketing Show. And in this episode, I'm going to reveal my top 7 productivity hacks that I have been applying since almost a little over a month. And this has totally changed my life. I know this is not related to marketing, but hey, if you are not productive, then what are you doing, right? So yeah, let's get started. And here's tip number 1. By the way, before I go to tip number 1, do subscribe to my channel. And I do have a private Facebook community where we have a lot of fun discussions and topics that we share, and we help each other out in different aspects of marketing, entrepreneurship, and freelancing. So if you are someone who needs help in these areas, first thing, do subscribe to my channel. Second thing, do join my private group and we can talk. All right, so now let's get to the list. All right, so here are the 7 productivity hacks that I personally use that will actually help you to be 10 times more productive than what you are right now. So tip number 1, organize your emails. I cannot tell you how important this is. Every day we to subscribe. As marketers, it is our job to subscribe to a lot of email list. You want to funnel hack somebody, you want to check out how somebody is sending emails, you want to check out the frequency of your competitors, you want to check out what kind of emails your competitors or your loved ones send you. On top of it, there is Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Gmail, Google Ads, Facebook ads, so many different types of emails come in. Now all of them bombarded to your inbox. And Gmail has this very weird feature of filtering, which is pretty crazy, where it can land any mail to pretty much anywhere. So ideally, I would suggest you to filter your emails to specific labels. If you don't know that, I will be releasing a video series very soon. So if you are interested, do leave a comment. Second is make a to-do list. Make a to-do list, because to-do list makes your life so much simpler. And do not put more than 5 tasks at a time in any to-do list. Of course, you can achieve more than 5 tasks in a day. At least for me, 5 tasks are it's an ideal button or ideal number of tasks in a day. Once I complete 5 tasks, I feel like I'm productive today. All right. It can be I'm not talking about smaller tasks like eating food or taking a nap or something. Ideally, when I say 5 tasks, they are like some major tasks that need to be completed. You need to get on a meeting, you need to check your emails. If that is something that you really do frequently, I do it frequently. Another thing could be like replying to certain emails, right? And there is also like some work related stuff. If you have an article to write, if you have an ad to check, so all this major stuff, we put like 5 most biggest problems that you have, or 5 biggest work responsibilities that you have, and try to make a to-do list of this. I personally use Notion to do to-do list, and it makes life so much easier, a task list in Notion. Next, make note of every single thing that you do. This is the part where I'm still lacking at, and I'm still having a little bit difficulty doing, because oftentimes I forget. I'm a very non-note taking person, and what I used to do when I was in school or college, I used to listen to stuff, and I would rather read a book 3 times than take notes. But when you are in a meeting, when you are talking to somebody, it's important to take notes, because that is not something that you can revisit again, right? A book, yeah, you can read again and get a new perspective, but these things you definitely should take notes of, because these notes are going to be very invaluable in the future when you want to recollect something. So I do recommend using a Zettelkasten system of note taking, whether you are reading a book or in a meeting or any idea strikes. I will be releasing videos on that as well. Next, Eating habits. A lot of people do not, keep it as see it as very important, but I have been overweight. I am overweight right now. I am at 81 kgs, but a month ago I was 84 kgs, so I reduced a bit of weight right now. And it's very important to check your weight, especially when you're working from home. When you are in an office, there is always a chaos going on, so you are always in energy, right? You have a little bit of energy to move around and do stuff, and you can talk to people and stuff. But when you are working alone, it's very easy to get bored. And you know what happens when your stomach gets bored? It demands food, even if you don't need it. So ideally, I keep a bottle of water next to me, and whenever I feel hungry, I take a good chunk of water, so that my stomach fills up and I don't feel hungry anymore. I stay away from sugary foods as much as possible, and that's pretty much it. And it really boosts the energy. Don't ever feel like not eating never boosts the energy. If in fact, the less you eat, the less your body is worried about digesting that food. So have a eating schedule and do not eat outside of that schedule, and it really helps. Next is find the right time to sleep. And I think this is probably the most important task of this entire list. Finding the right time to sleep is so important. Everybody says that you should wake up at this particular hour. I mean, right now it is 3:54 a.m. and I woke up just an hour ago, and that too without any alarm. And you should definitely wake up without an alarm. Waking up with an alarm really disturbs your sleep, and it can be outright harmful to your body and mind. It shows up in your face. You find yourself with dark circles and stuff like that. So a month ago, I started A/B testing my sleep, and I started to see which time of the day when I go to sleep, I wake up at 3 a.m. without a lot of alarm clocks. I still have an alarm, but I have seen that oftentimes I wake up without an alarm clock, which is insanely great. So right now I go to sleep at about 9 p.m. and I wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, and that covers my entire sleep duration. And I've seen that if I follow this sleep pattern, I do not feel tired all day, and this is like the optimum timing for me to go to sleep. And you should have this unless you have a very urgent meeting at like 9 p.m. at night. Try to sleep at least around 10 p.m. But hey, it's always open to A/B testing. Check out your own life when you are comfortable waking up. I have seen that when I'm waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm at my most productive stage. All right. Similarly, you can find your own most productive stage, and try to find a time where you are waking up right when you want, without an alarm clock. This is the most important thing, because then your sleep cycle is actually complete and you are not depending on a stupid alarm clock that you grow up hating, right? So that's one. So I started A/B testing like this. Initially when I wanted to wake up early, I would drink some chai or coffee at night before going to sleep, right before going to sleep, because it takes a bit of time to kick in, right? So when I was trying to wake up early, I would take some chai and go to sleep. Exactly 4 or 5 hours later, the tea will kick in and I'll just wake up. But that is a bit harmful because you are not technically completing your sleep. It's better to A/B test it and see what is the most optimum time for you to go to sleep and what is the most optimum time to wake up. All right. Next, work out every day. I mean, every other productivity guru will teach you this. Work out every day. I used to think like if I spend 2 hours in a gym, I would feel less energetic. But it's not so. I go to gym in the evening at 4 p.m. and I would come back by 6 p.m. and I've seen like I have been my most productive when I go to gym because of that rush of adrenaline. I get a little more rush in the evening to work out, and by the time I reach 9 p.m. I'm pretty much sorted. Next is something called, I read an article on T-Nation. So definitely check this article out. It's open on my laptop, but let me see if I can Alright, sorry, there was a cut because I did not know how to operate Loom, my mistake. So there is this article in T Nation called Shark Habits and Pirate Maps. Definitely read this article and you'll get a very good idea how this works. Okay, so these are two books, I think. There is one named Shark Habits Come from Rob Wolf. I'll just open this up, and there is something called as Pirate Map Habits, Platt Flynn's idea of daily habit. So basically I'll tell you in a very brief way what exactly it is, Shark Habits and Pirate Maps. So basically sharks keep it's not like, let's say you have 100 emails to check. Do not divide it into 50 emails. Just sit at one place, complete those 100 emails, and then take a break. What this does is, this one, it gives you a great adrenaline rush. Trust me, it does. Secondly, it also makes your work easier because you're completing one entire work, then you are taking a break, right? Then that headache is not there. You don't have to worry about that thing for the next day, right? That's what Shark Habits means. And Pirate Maps is, you need to be laser focused on what you are doing. So let's say you have emails to check. Try not to go away from the plan. Try not to go to YouTube and see a YouTube video or watch a YouTube video or watch Netflix or something. Whatever your plan is, implement that. It's a short-term plan. You just implement that and you'll be completing that with your Shark Habits very, very soon, right? So do check out this article in T Nation. Of course, it's on T Nation is a bodybuilding kind of thing, but it's much more than bodybuilding. It's about building a discipline, building a habit, and discipline beats motivation all the time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What I wanted to cover. And do let me know in the comments what you think about these 7 productivity hacks. And also let me know if you have some personal productivity hacks, and we can definitely get talking. If you want a video series on organizing emails or note taking or organizing daily task lists, do let me know in the comments and I will bring them to you very, very soon. So yes, thank you very much for watching till now. Do subscribe to my channel, and if you want to join my private Facebook community, there is a link in the description and in the comment section. Click there and join my private community as well. If you're watching on Instagram, the link is on my bio. Alright then guys, bye bye, see you.